Okay, so this episode a little different, y'all. I had something else planned, a whole different direction for today's lesson. The spirit had other plans, and when spirit redirects, I listen. Because sometimes the real message isn't what we write down, it's what life decides to teach us in real time. So 2 days ago, my plant tower fell over. Soil was everywhere. It was a whole mess. And honestly, I left it right there. I didn't even feel like cleaning it up. I didn't feel like dealing with it. Fast forward to today, before heading out to check out our rental properties, I finally decided to clean it up. As I'm sweeping up the soil, I noticed some of my little veggie plants didn't make it. And I started to feel a sting of disappointment. You know, that moment when you like, dang, I worked hard on that. But then it hit me out of nowhere. This affirmation I'd heard a while back came rushing in. And it was like, when I let go, I'm not losing anything. I'm making room for everything. And I said, okay, Spirit, I hear you. I finished cleaning up, washed my hands, and headed out. The first property was fine, but I low-key was frustrated because the maintenance man had left the blinds up. And I remember thinking, now see, that's how people get tempted to break in. So I pulled the blinds down, locked up, and went over to the next house. On the drive, I was actually planning the finishing touches for today's Diaspora Rising episode. I was going over the topic that the worst thing America ever did to the diaspora was separate us from our spirituality. And just as I'm thinking that, I pull up and see the door cracked, glass scattered, and somebody had broken in. Now, the old me, I would have spiraled. I would have lost it. I would have been mad, emotional, and calling everybody. But instead, I took a deep breath. And that same calm that came when my plant tower fell, it came right back. Because Spirit had already trained me for this. There was nothing to worry about. The house is insured. And that's when Spirit said, just like that house, you're insured too. I was like, okay, Spirit dropping bars, but we really are, every one of us. What was meant to tear us down has no control, because know that you are covered by the divine. And just think about it. Every storm, every setback, every so-called loss is already accounted for in your spiritual policy. You just have to claim it. That's what faith is. Faith is divine insurance. You don't panic when you're covered. You just move like restoration is already in process, because it is. Because it is. That break-in wasn't random. It was a mirror. It showed me exactly what happened to our people. Systems broke into our sacred homes and tried to steal our connection to Source. But here's the thing. The divine can't be colonized. You can take the land, but not the lineage. You can hide the tools, but not the knowing. What was meant to invoke fear now activates freedom. This is what divine connection looks like in real life. Choose peace when chaos knocks on your door. Spirit doesn't just prepare us for blessings. Spirit builds our composure. That's where real power lives. When I chose peace, I realized the tower didn't fall to destroy me. It fell to reveal my foundation. To my people, we are the generation rebuilding the altar they tried to destroy. Every moment you whisper, every candle you light, every time you return to your roots, you're restoring the spiritual home of the diaspora. The break-ins, the losses, the tower moments, they're not punishment. They're proof that Spirit is rebuilding us in real time. Here's how you turn what was meant to harm you into divine power. Step 1, recognize the energy. Don't suppress it. See it. Say, I understand why you came. Step 2, reframe the story. Ask, what is this teaching me? Every challenge is a mirror of evolution. Step 3, redirect the flow. Energy never dies. It transforms. So move it into prayer, art, music, or creation. That's how you alchemize your life. I'm not here to tell you to connect to the divine the way I do. Your path is your power. My purpose is simple: to help the diaspora remember who they are by reconnecting with their higher selves. That's why I built this channel, to share the tools and the practices that help me redirect my own storms. So start here, breathe, learn, grow, or book a private session when you're ready to go deeper. As always, before closing, I'll leave you with some affirmations. What was meant to break you will build you. What was meant to silence you will make you sing. And what was meant to destroy your peace will become your reason to rise. This is renewal. This is divine alchemy. This is Diaspora Rising.